Good, how you doing, boss?
Good. I didn't know if you need the power turned off for that, or there is a
disconnect out there?
Yeah, I noticed though when I saw we had that the thing wasn't running. Yeah, pop the cover off just to see if the relay was up. And that's when I noticed all.
Are we talking about this unit or the
Here.
mini split?
Yeah, where the relay is.
See, they had it
All
described.
the wires are fried.
All right.
So, but when I pulled that thing out, I could still hear that capacitor.
Yeah, because you probably still had the air conditioner calling for air. You got a high voltage system and a low voltage system. Is what happens is that contactor.
I took the two screws
are already out.
Still out. I just,
Got a weird routine with screws, or I lose them. I always put them in the black case. Nice.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Actually, two of them were fused together, so I pulled the power, I pulled them apart.
We got a blue and a red. Let's
pulled them apart, and then I flipped the switch on, the AC worked, and then the next day it wasn't working, so okay.
So we got our capacitor, we got a blue contact, we got blue and red. Our red goes to the start, and our blue, where's our blue going? Oh,
What causes it to fry? I mean, wouldn't you think the breaker would?
More than likely, probably you got something going bad with the compressor or something. That's what I'm here to find out. Got you a lemon, maybe. Good thing for warranties. I mean, they got like a 3% failure rate. It's doing pretty good, actually. And I honestly brag about these things.
Well, you know, when I look online, there was a Trane versus Lennox comparison.
All right.
And they both had a 1.1 rating out of 5. And I'm like, well, when I read about it last year, they said Trane was one of the best.
Yeah, see, well, Lennox right now has got new statistics because they were the last hurricane, the big hurricane, either last year or the year before, wiped them out, and they discontinued like all their models. So now how the failure rate goes is when they discontinue a model, it's no longer in the series. So they only got a couple new models out and they're brand new, you know what I mean?
Right.
So they don't go off of the old stats, they go off the new stats. I've been telling everybody to stay away from Lennox. I hate it.
I read about the company called Goodman, and they really rated them really high. I never even heard of them.
They're all right if you can find a contractor that puts them in. The problem with them is anybody can buy them. So you got a lot of hacks out there throwing them in, a lot of side jobs, and paid by the job type of work for them, and that's you know, you get the subpar quality. And their parts are cheap, though. Their parts are real cheap.
I bought this through Lowe's.
All right.
Lowe's, actually, my buddy's the manager over there. But man, we lost money on this because I ended up getting 23% off.
All right.
They had like a 2-day deal sale. They probably didn't expect anybody to apply it to an $11,000 system because they had to put all the, you know, I got hot water heat, so they had to put all the ductwork and stuff in the attic. It was a big job.
So our fan wire's burnt.
Yeah, we love the system, that's for sure. I mean, it's nice having central air after having window shakers. Yeah.
Brown.
So I'm gonna let you do your thing. If you need anything, I'm right inside. Is there any maintenance I should be doing on this thing at all?
You know, I honestly hate these coils. I hate them. Because the old coils, you could have the homeowner come from the outside and blow through. These ones, if you come in with a hose and you're like this, you're just blowing all the, I mean, this stuff, you ain't blowing nothing through that. So all that cottonwood, look at it all.
Oh, yeah.
Like once a year with these, if you call for a tune-up,
right,
I pop the top on them just like this, and I'll get in here with your hose.
Yeah, use a hose or air compressor? 'Cause I got a big air compressor too.
I real light, because I mean, like, see these bend real easy.
Oh, all right.
You know what I mean? So you get in here with too much, and it just messes it up more than anything. So, if I was you, you seem pretty handy if you took the cover off.
Yeah, I restore cars, so I'm like.
YouTube's a wonderful thing. There's a lot of bad people on YouTube that don't know what they're doing.
Right.
Either pay the $70, have us come out for a tune-up, or before I leave, let me show you. You know, just come in here with the hose, and I don't think we're gonna get this thing running today. Just judging by this, I got a wire I got to replace here, and then I still gotta track down why this is blowing. I gotta pull this cap right here, and I'm gonna do some tests on this compressor. And if I find your compressor's bad, I got two things in the unit. It'd be a lot easier to say, hey, let me just go grab a new unit. Right. This one back to Trane and let them do some testing on it. You know what I mean? I'm a repairman, so as soon as I see stuff like this, I'm like, yeah, you know what I mean? I don't got no clock to worry about, no bill to worry about.
I mean, so
we'll
that's
see.
probably what it was. Compressors drawing too much, and that's what fried it.
Well, where I stand now, I'm looking at the wires mounted right at the contact, and this contact here is actually loose.
All right.
See this red terminal? And that's not nothing that we do when we install. When we get these things from Trane, it's gonna come like this. Our guys are gonna basically make the electric come into it. We go right here. See this? Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. And then there's low voltage wiring coming in from right here, and this is your red and blue, and they actually have it tied in outside the condenser. So they hook that up, and then on this thing, if it was warm and they're gonna dial it in, they're gonna use this to dial it in. I can put probably $100 bet on it and be a 50-50 crack shot that they didn't even look to see if the wires were tight. I mean, you put in 400 of them and nothing ever happens like that. That's not something that our guys would look for.
Yeah, if those are loose, they're pulling a lot more resistance.
It sounds kind of crazy, but I mean, I'm gonna test this compressor, and if it's good, then I got a wire to change. I got two connections. I got enough wire here where I just put a new connection right on the wire. Right. And we go back for try number 2. You know what I mean? And we're working, but in experience, that will do it. But with experience also, if something's wrong with your compressor because of it, I'm not the type to play around. You're under warranty, dude. You know what I mean? You don't want to keep dealing with problems. I can fix it, but if it's an issue, if it's a lemon, if the guy didn't tighten that screw, did he tighten that screw? Right. You know what I mean? So if I get it running, I'm going to spend some time and go through the thing and make sure everything's the way I want it. You know what I mean? So we'll see. I mean, right now it's either you're not going to have error or your error. It's 50-50 crapshoot. It's looking good, but no promises. I pulled one out yesterday. There was a canal about right where your ditch is right here. Yeah. It was about like yay wide, and the guy's like, I can't believe there ain't no bugs in this thing. He could barely walk, and he had a walker. And he come around the house, and I like held his hand and stuff and got him back there. And as soon as I took that cover off, there was 300 at least earwigs come flying out of it. I screamed like a little girl, took off running, and my old man, he can't go nowhere. And he's like, you left me, you left me. I'm like, so this is your compressor terminals. This is where a lot of that will happen, because you get guys come in here and test it, and it's not back on, you know what I mean? And I see that a lot in the wiring, but I've never seen it from the factory where it's loose like that.
Oh, so these things don't just unbolt, eh?
They do. I mean, you got 4 bolts.
Yeah, but I mean the lines and stuff, they're all sweated on there.
Yeah, if this is something where Trane would say, if this is bad, really I only need a new wire for that, they might replace just the compressor. Depending on the scenario, you know what I mean? When I call, if they don't have a replacement unit in stock and they have a replacement compressor, it's all about what makes you happy. You know what I mean? And it's a hot week, and so on and so forth. So
I'll let you do your thing, man. If you need me, just tap. I'm sitting at that kitchen window right there on my computer. So, all right, no worries, man. Thanks.
Any rush? I got plenty of time. You don't got. I know you're dressed for work.
Yeah, I can work from home, but yeah, I told him I'd be there probably by noon. So.
All right. 1.6, 2.1, 0.08, so 2.1. 2.1. 08167892. So that's checking. Ground. Ground. Nothing. I got the disconnect pulled. Sitting next to the unit over here. I have the fan off. There's actually a small burn in the line. Right here. Just come off. We are all melty. So the first thing I did was go like this, and you can see we got some burnage here. We got burnage on the contactor, and looks good. So I'm gonna basically test the compressor, which I already kind of did. Touch that up, put a new contactor in. I come over here, I add up the terminals, and they all, you know, this one to this one, this one to this one, and this one to this one. They add up to each other. I had a 1.4, a 0.8, and a 2.7. And then I go to continuity to ground, and I test off of this ground. It's good practice to bring your meter over and test to this ground. Sometimes there'll be a lug right here. In this case, it's just screwed right to the unit. So with no lug, I'll just use a stainless steel. It all tests good, so we're gonna take and grab some wiring stuff and rewire and see how she goes. Alright, so I got a Packard contactor. These pieces will be flimsy and not a good contact unless you tighten these lugs down. It's a closed face, so gotta at least have a meter to work on it, which kind of makes it a little nice for me. There's your info. It's 24 volt controlled. from the factory, this contactor was loose. You just put it in.